All right, how's it going, weight trainers? We're going to mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to show you some exercise options that will help you vary your routine. Most of you have been on a routine now for a few weeks and you're working 1 or 2 exercises for the same muscle. And that's great for now, but we do want to start throwing some variations into those exercises so that we can place more demands on your body. And that is a form of overload. So I'm going to show you some things that will help you just give yourself muscles a chance to do a little bit different than what they're already accustomed to. I need you to visualize a little bit as I start out. I'm in a local gym here near my house and it's pretty well equipped, but there's a lot of differences compared to what we have at the Lions Center and at the Village on our USC campus. So bear with me for a little bit. The chest press that most of you are familiar with, you sit down, you put the pin in, you're simply going to press out. The way you can vary that is simply change the grip. In this case, I'm using an over grip. Now as I change to a neutral grip, just that change of position in the shoulders is going to incorporate the use of different muscles around the chest. I can raise or lower the seat. If I raise that seat and I'm now pressing from here, because of the way I'm pushing out, I'm going to work a little bit underneath the chest and the surrounding muscles. If I lower that seat, now I'm going to press out and back, and now I'm using a little different muscles above the chest, okay? Now here's a machine that is similar to what we have at the gyms you're accustomed to, and you'll see these in almost every gym. These arms will be able to be adjusted. In this case, they're pretty much even with my chest, and this is a chest press similar to what I just showed you with the seated chest press that you needed to use your imagination. So there's my chest press. I can take these arms and lower them. I'm gonna try and speed this up and not move everything along. So now I'm moving this chest press from here, and it's similar to sitting lower on the chest press from the Lions Center, and now I'm working this area. I raise the arms. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing that same chest press. I'm working a little bit higher on the chest and the surrounding muscles. Now let's make this a fly machine. I'm gonna take these arms and I'm gonna push them out. And flies is a great way to work the pecs and the anterior deltoid. By the way, on every one of these exercises I'm showing you today, you're going to work primarily your pecs, your anterior deltoids, and your triceps also are getting involved. So here's a fly, everyone. Now I'm not moving at the elbows, I'm simply bringing the shoulders from out to in, and this is going to work primarily the pecs and the anterior deltoid. On this particular machine, and you'll see these similar, you'll see something similar to this in almost every gym. I can go lower, do the same fly motion, go higher, and that just works different areas around the chest. Okay. Then we moved most of you into dumbbells recently. I'm gonna pick up these dumbbells and slide this bench over here. You'll find that most gyms will allow you to move these benches around. And now we're gonna do dumbbell chest press. Let me show you different ways you can work with that. So almost everybody here has worked with dumbbell chest press. Here's your variations. I can use an over grip. I can use a neutral grip. And that simple turn of the shoulders is going to work different areas around the shoulder and the chest. I can start with this neutral grip and twist as I come up. This is going to work differently around the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrist. I can start with an over grip. I can use a reverse twist. I can do all those 4 combinations now starting from an out to in motion. So now I'm kind of combining the fly with the chest press. I have my over grip, neutral grip, start with a neutral grip and twist. Start with an over grip, reverse twist. Okay, I showed you flies on the machine directly behind me, and here's how we can do dumbbell flies. And most of you have already done these. So dumbbell flies simply has me moving away from the center line, down to a position where you feel like you're stretching, but not to the point of pain, and then simply bring it back. It's different than the chest press, and that you're coming away from the center line, not using the elbows. So this is going to result in a lot more work with the anterior part of the deltoid and the outer part of the chest. Okay, I've moved over to an incline bench, so you notice that I'm a little bit more upright. I'm going to do those same chest press combinations, but in this position, doesn't matter the variation at the moment. The point I'm trying to make with this bench is that as I do the same upward movements, due to gravity as a force and a different position, this is going to be the emphasis along the upper part of the chest. All right, I moved over to the slant board, and you're going to find a slant board in just about every gym, if not every gym. And you notice my head is now below my torso. So I'm going to do the same chest press. I can use my different variations if I want. Okay? Keep in mind that these are not so much better or worse than what you're doing. And in and of themselves, these are not better exercises than the previous one. They're just variations that give your body a chance to do something different. So because my body's in this position, gravity and the direction I'm moving up based on my body position now is going to emphasize this area of the chest. The incline position is going to emphasize more here in the surrounding muscles. When I'm on a flat bench position with these dumbbells, I'm working pretty much right in here. When I get in this decline position, working this area. All right, I'm back on the flat bench, and I'm now going to work with the bar and do some chest presses. So the bar is a little bit different than the dumbbells in that the load is now distributed all the way across my body. When we're working with dumbbells, you have this weight crashing down on this side and on this side. But the reason bars are so effective is you're working all the way across a lot more effectively. So I have a couple of different variations as I'm working with a bar. My grip currently is as wide as it can go with this bar. If I want to change a little bit, I'm going to move to more of a neutral position. And I want to make it more tricep oriented and work more and close to the middle of the chest. And I have a tight grip. So those are your three variations primarily with bench pressing the bar. I can do those same variations, put myself in the incline position or a decline position just like I did with the dumbbells. All right, I moved over to the incline bench and I'm going to work with the Olympic bar. The Olympic bar is a 45-pound bar, so anything I put on top of that is an addition to 45, and this is really the ultimate in terms of working with your chest presses. And in our class, if we did manage to get back before the end of the semester, we'd make sure that everybody's doing bench press, so I encourage you to experiment on your own, but make sure you get a spot. Okay? This is a potentially dangerous exercise with this bar and the weight coming down on you if you don't have somebody to bail you out. So in this case with the incline press, similar to what I showed you with the dumbbells, I'm going to go up and down just like my standard chest press on the flat bench, but because of the way I position and the way gravity now is crashing down on me, I'm working more above the chest into the shoulders. The chest is still the primary mover, but the emphasis is going to be a little bit higher on the chest. When you're done, you simply bring it back and on the hooks. All right, now I've moved over to the flat bench, and you'll find this in every gym. Same Olympic bar, so I put on some weights at the end. I'm going to do basically what I just showed you on the incline press with this Olympic bar, but since I'm in the flat position, it's now going to work directly across my chest, and this is pretty much a staple in most people's workout. So I lock my elbows to make sure that I'm comfortable with the weight before I come down, and go straight down to my chest and straight up. I can change this by changing the position of my grip, moving it in or out, and it makes a slight variation of your bench press. When you're done, just like I showed you on the incline press with the Olympic bar, keep the elbows locked, then bring it back into the bumpers and then into the hooks for safety reasons. I'm over by the assisted dip and pull-up machine, and we definitely have these in the rooms that we're working with at USC, and most gyms have them these days. It's a great machine. Working dips is a great way to work underneath the chest and of course still the anterior deltoid and the triceps. Those are the muscles that are going to be involved with every one of these exercises. So I'm going to put the pin in. You can't see it from here, but it's the same pin operation as you probably are used to. Put the pin in whatever assistance I want. This is now assistance, not resistance. So the more weight I put on, the easier it is. This is actually helping me do some dips if I'm not able to do too many on my own. I'm going to put my knees on the pad and just let my body weight go down. With the help of the assistance, I can come up. I want to be doing most of the work, but I want enough assistance to allow me to do 8, 10, 12 reps, whatever it is we're trying to work. So now I'm going to do some free dips. So those of you that don't need assistance, that you're able to do 8, 10, 12 reps on your own, then let's take the pin out. And in this case, this particular machine, I need to find a way to get this pad out of my hand. And step up. Put my hands on the dip bar. Just like any exercise, we want to maintain good posture, a straight line from the hips to the top of the head. And as I do that dip without any assistance, now I'm forcing myself to do pretty much all the work. This is the body weight exercise that of course does need some bars. And the idea is that I want to go down to about 90 degrees and then back up. This is a great chest, shoulder, and tricep exercise. So there are some chest exercises for everyone to experiment with. Keeping in mind that these are not better or worse than what you're already doing. The whole goal of showing you these variations is for you to try different movement patterns, allow your muscles to do more. You don't want to get locked into the same movement pattern, same exercise month after month after month. So we'll talk about some back exercises next time. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to get into a gym. If not, then I did show you some dumbbell exercises. Pick up some dumbbells and try some of these variations, and good luck with your chest exercise.